What is going on, everyone? This is Summer the 2, and you guys, holy crap, Pokemon has gone and done it again with new Pokemon reveal for the beginning of August. And I know this video is going out a little bit late. I didn't really record my reaction just because I've got stuff to do. I mean, that's basically it. But for today's video, we are just going to be going through the new Pokemon themselves, and not necessarily the other Pokemon that were revealed in the trailer. I'll have a whole nother video for that in the coming coming days, which I do promise videos are coming back. It's just I'm busy. I've had things to do. I'm sorry, and I've also been lazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been lazy at times as well. But we're gonna just go in order. And the first Pokemon that we have here is Fomantis, the Sickle Grass Pokemon with the Leaf Guard ability, which honestly is just bull. I mean, we've had so many awesome abilities given to all these different Pokemon in the past. It's like you had to give this thing Leaf Guard. Like seriously, Leaf Guard's just a shit move all in all. But it says Fomantis is nocturnal and it performs photosynthesis while it sleeps during the day by spreading out its leaves in all directions. Because of the danger staying in the same location 2 days in a row, Fomantis begins its search for the next day's spot as soon as the sun sets. For Fomantis, photosynthesis is not just a source of energy, it is a necessity to achieve the strength and brilliant coloration of its evolved form. Photosynthesis is precious to Fomantis, and it will fiercely attack those who get in the way of that process. Fomantis excel at long-range attacks like Razor Leaf and Solar Beam. Solar Beam is indeed a powerful move, but since it uses up the energy that the Pokemon has stored through photosynthesis, Fomantis rarely uses it. So honestly, it's just like a casual grass type. It's like, you know, the regular Oddish or Bellsprout of the generation, or let's continue on third gen, like the Lotad, or the what was it called in third gen, like the Lilligant or the Cottony of the generation. So yeah, it's just something simple, but its evolution I actually like a lot. And with all these new Pokemon keep releasing, it makes it so much harder to choose like what I want on a team, because there's so many good Pokemon out there that I would like to use, and I just like their designs. And it makes it difficult to like just narrow it down to 6 Pokemon that you're going to be using on your first run through of the game, because that's always the most memorable. But here we have the evolution Lurantis, and it's the Bloomsicle Pokemon. Still is carrying Leaf Guard, unfortunately, but Lurantis draws opponents near to itself with its flower-like appearance and aroma, and then it takes them down. It is said to be the most gorgeous of all the grass Pokemon due to its brilliant coloration and elegant moves. Lurantis' appearance is maintained through detailed grooming. It will trust a trainer who does a good job of caring for it, but it will apparently have a difficult time growing closer to a lazy trainer. Lurantis can learn Solar Blade, a move that releases a blade-shaped beam to mince up its foes. The blade is so sharp it is said to slice a rock in half. Solar Blade is a move that no Pokemon has been able to learn before. With Solar Blade, Lurantis absorbs the energy from the sun on the first turn and unleashes a powerful attack on the second turn. So basically, it is a physical Solar Beam. That's what everybody and their mama is saying right now, is that this Solar Blade is just basically a physical Solar Beam. Which makes sense, because honestly, it would, after all this time we've only had Solar Beam for, you know, 20 plus years, I guess Pokemon decided, yeah, let's kind of throw in a physical Solar Beam in here just to see how it works. And I have a feeling, just depending on this thing's stat distribution, what is it called? Mental Herb Lurantis might become pretty viable just to get that decent Solar Blade off. I mean, I'm just saying, sets are already flying in my head for that. Lurantis is the totem Pokemon of Lush Jungle, the site of an Akala Island trial. It will overwhelm trial goers with the powerful combos it releases with the Pokemon allies it calls. So, all that stuff that it's talking about with totem Pokemon and all that stuff will be talked about in a future video as well. But for now, we're just going to focus on the Pokemon. Lurantis is freaking awesome as all hell. I love this thing to death. As far as being the most beautiful grass-type Pokemon, debatable. But, you know, it's cool nonetheless, but there's just so many other awesome Pokemon I want to use here. Alright, so let's go back to the Pokemon. And then here, up next, we have the evolution of Yungoos Gumshoos, which is the Stakeout Pokemon. Still has Stakeout and Strongjaw, so thank goodness they didn't change that. But this thing is very interesting just when you look at it, because of course the Donald Trump has to continue. This thing, the cliche name for this thing is Donald Trump. Everybody is going to be naming this thing Donald Trump. I only hope that with its shiny form, that this thing has like a tanner kind of brown coating, while its yellow kind of stays the same or something like that, because I feel like they got the hair just right for it to be a Donald Trump kind of laugh. But if they made, instead of it being a brown coloration, give it like a tan or orange color for the brown fur, I think that would be freaking hysterical. But that's just me talking. But Gumshoe's method of targeting prey is the exact opposite of Yungoose's strategy. While Yungoos prowls around, Gumshoe's stakes out its prey's usual routes and waits patiently for it to come by. Gumshoe's has a tenacious personality, which is why it targets one prey for so long without wavering. But when the sun goes down, it runs low on stamina, falling asleep right on the spot. Gumshoes can withstand a great deal of hunger. It's able to stay perfectly still while waiting for its prey, keeping watch without eating a thing. Oh my gosh. I couldn't do that. I could not stay still for that long to wait for my food. I can barely stand in line to get Panda Express. But it's just going to be interesting to see, like, how far some of these Pokemon go just competitively, especially for me, just talking as a VGC player and just in that aspect, as well as Smogon as well, with singles battles, because, I mean, Stakeout is a very strong ability. Strongjaw is just as good as an ability, I feel. I'm hoping this thing gets like the Fang moves to gain that power from Strongjaw, kind of like a Mighty Yenna. Being able to get the jaw moves and all that stuff, but I mean, I just hope that this thing isn't like the Diggersby Gen 7. Like I understand it's the rodents that we get with at the beginning of the game and stuff, but I just hope it doesn't get the kind of stats that Diggersby got that kind of screwed it over in the end, which gave it such a low tier, at least in Smogon, and it didn't really get used too much for VGC, but I mean, it's still a really cool Pokemon nonetheless. I really do enjoy Gumshoes. Can I just click this and go to the next one? I can! Now there's this thing. Minior. Minior the Meteor Pokemon. A rock-flying type. And let me tell you, when I saw this thing, I freaked the absolute hell out. I'm just thinking, what is Pokemon doing at this point in time? For those people that say, oh, Pokemon's running out of ideas, I don't think they're running out of ideas. They're just coming up with crazier ones just to blow your mind. But anyway, let's see. Minior are formed in the stratosphere and live by absorbing the detritus around them. I don't know what that word means. Hold on. I almost want to look up what detritus means, because I don't know what that means. Hold on. Define detritus. Waste or debris of any kind. Okay. Okay. I wanted to say debris, but I just didn't want to assume that's what it was. When they've consumed a large quantity of particles, their bodies become heavy and they fall towards the planet's surface. Minior has a hard and heavy outer shell with a core inside it. The Meteor Pokemon seems to be made in such a way that if its shell breaks, it becomes lighter and can deal out quick attacks. When its shell breaks, the core in its center is revealed. You won't know what color will appear until this happens. So for me, thinking about this is like, you don't know what's going to happen until you catch it, but if it has shields down, which is the ability that, you know, breaks its shell open, which we will read in a second, if we get its health, I'll just go ahead and read it. Meteor has the new Shields Down ability, which no other Pokemon has had before. With the Shields Down ability, it will have an excellent defense capabilities as long as its shell is intact. It will also be protected from status conditions, which is awesome beyond belief. Another Pokemon that can't be status is beautiful, just like Nekawala. Yeah, Nekawala, whatever the hell its name is. But when its HP drops below half, its shell will break and it will change form to better suited for attacking. I can't talk. But like I was saying, it's like, what if you're facing this thing in battle, trying to catch it? If you break it, if you get its health below half, won't you then see what color it is, or is it just one color that you see until you catch it? I don't know. But let's scroll down a little bit, because as we do see when it says there are certain different colors, we can see a yellow, orange, pink, red, and blue, a pinkish red and a blue. There is a purple one that's not shown here, but I kind of almost hope that there are more colors than what's shown, like maybe a few hidden colors that Pokemon doesn't want to show us yet. Like maybe there's a white and a black one, maybe, oh, pardon me, jeez, maybe like a green one. Let's see, I'm going through my colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a multicolored one that's like super rare, like kind of, I think, like the Florges designs, or maybe the Vivian. But yeah, it's honestly a really cool Pokemon. I want to see this thing evolve into something extreme, because with Rock Flying as a typing, it's definitely going to be interesting to use, especially with it being able to be defensive and attacking when it's below half health. You have to be, I guess it's just going to be really strategic with how you use this Pokemon, and hopefully with its stat distribution, it doesn't kind of get screwed over in the end. But on the other hand, I'm wondering if these guys have shiny, well, they're obviously going to have shiny forms, but with their shiny forms, is it the white on them that's going to change coloration, or is like the colors themselves going to be like more pigmented, or they're going to change shades or something? It's like, I like to think about this stuff just because I like that. I just love that those certain aesthetics with Pokemon, and I don't know, it's just, Meteor is going to be really cool. Meteor's core will change color depending on the particle color of debris it has absorbed. Its pastel coloration has a cute look, so this Pokemon is often used as a design motif for clothing and accessories. Interesting. Alright, so now next up, we have Mudbray, which is the pre-evolution of Mudsdale, and I think this guy is adorable. Like everyone's like 50-50 with Mudbray from what I've seen, and I don't understand why. Mudbray is just the dorky, it's just such a dorky Pokemon, and it turns into such a magnificent beast. I mean, look at that. The fact that you go from the donkey Pokemon to a Clydesdale, it's really cool, in my opinion. It's really cool. It does carry the same abilities, own tempo and stamina, like its evolution. Mudbray could once be found all over the world, but it was overhunted and ended up on the verge of extinction. It's said that the Alola region is the only place in the world where Mudbray can still be found in the wild. Mudbray boasts superhuman strength, a surprise considering its small body. Mudbray can carry loads up to 50 times its own weight on its back or dragging it behind. So, hold on, it's about 250 pounds times 50. If that's by 5, 250, take out the 2 zeros. 25 by 5 is 125. Got the 2 zeros. So it can carry over 12,000 pounds? Is my math right? Hold on. I'm just going to round up to 250, so 250 times 50. Yeah, 12,500 pounds, which divided by 2,000, just to put it into retrospective of tons, it can carry over 6 tons, or drag 6 tons behind it. I think that was what I was reading. Yeah, or drag you behind it. Mudbray loves playing in the mud. It's easy to live in harmony with this Pokemon, as long as you provide an environment where it can play in the mud. If it can't frolic in the mire, however, Mudbray will become stressed and may stop listening to orders. This is a powerful Pokemon, just from that description alone. The fact that it's the pre-evolution of the Clydesdale Pokemon, Mudsdale, can carry over 6 tons. And this thing is barely 3 feet off the ground. That's powerful! That's absolutely powerful, and I'm wondering, just because, you know, I do watch other people's videos, and I got to throw this out to, when I was listening to Numb Nexus, if this thing has a decent defense stat for its pre-evolution, with stamina and an Eviolite, this thing's unstoppable! Like, seriously, this Mudbray is going to be a very sought-after Mon, I feel, in Smogon competitive once it's released in lower tiers. I'm not saying it's going to be the next OU Mon. No, definitely not. In fact, I think Mudsdale is barely going to hit UU, depending on stat distribution. But I'm talking lower tiers like RU and U. I don't think this thing could really play in Little Cup at all, just because of the fact that you know its stamina is going to, its defense is going to be sky high already with stamina, and the fact if you give that thing an Eviolite, you ain't killing this thing. You really are not killing this thing. Because especially if you're getting a boost from the special defensive side as well with Eviolite. But yeah. It's just super cool. I love this little guy. This is a Pokemon that is definitely going on my team. I guarantee you that. And the last new Pokemon that was revealed is Oricorio, and it's 4 different styles. And we're gonna go and read through each one. Well, not read through each one. I'll go through every. Looks like every paragraph I'll read, I'll go through the different styles and stuff. But here we have the Baile, or ballet kind of style. Baile. Baile. Yeah, Baile. I don't know. Baile, I'm going to say. It's a fire flying type, so another fire flying, not bad, but really cool design. It looks like one of those senoritas from Mexico, you know, that dances tango, and it's really cool to see it like this. But Oricorio changes its form by sipping the nectar of certain flowers. Since it has 4 different forms, the same number as the islands of in Alola, it would seem that different Oricorio live on each of the islands. So it looks like that Pokemon is taking Darwinism and like the Galapagos Islands kind of feel and putting it into the Alola region as well. So that's kind of cool in my opinion. Let's go ahead and go to the next style. Here we have the Pom-Pom style, which I actually think is the cutest of them all. Especially like when you see its animation, it's like kicking its legs out and like throwing its pom-poms. I think it's freaking hysterical and I love it to death. This one is electric flying. So once again, it's typing that we have seen before. I think all of them we've seen before, if I'm not mistaken. But really, really cool just to see how the difference just between just the two itself. The oh no, it does. I need to keep reading because it talks about all of them. So the Baile style Oricorio is very passionate and power fills its body when it dances. It sends downy fluff flying during its intense dances. By igniting this fluff, it can unleash a fiery dance attack. Oricorio has the new Dancer ability that no other Pokemon has had before. If another Pokemon in this field uses a dancing move, then Oricorio will be able to use the same move immediately afterward thanks to its Dancer ability. Revelation Dance is a move that only Oricorio can learn, and its type changes based on Oricorio's current style. So, but those last two things I read are really freaking cool. And like I said before, with with just stat distributions, hopefully Oricorio doesn't get slammed. I feel like it's just going to be an average kind of bird, but still, the fact that it can, like, if you try and set up a Swords Dance, Dragon Dance, a Quiver Dance, am I thinking of any other dances? I can't. I think those are the only 3. But if you try and set up with some of those moves, and you send this thing in right before, you're getting those stat boosts as well. Doesn't matter. And hopefully with the different styles as well, it like possibly changes its stats. I would like to see that. I think it would be, I don't know if it would be hard for Pokemon to do, but it would be definitely interesting that if each different style of Oricorio was able to get different stat distributions to better its typing. But let's see what it says about the Pom-Pom style Oricorio. Is friendly towards people, and it uses dancing to encourage trainers who are feeling glum. When it dances, its feathers are charged with static electricity. It can attack with these charged feathers, and sometimes it unleashes a powerful electric shock. Now moving on, we have probably one of my favorite ones, possibly my favorite one, the Pa-Oo. I think I'm saying that right, Pa-Oo style. The Pa-Oo style Oricorio acts at its own pace, which sometimes makes it difficult to deal with. It sharpens its spirited moves through dance, which increases its psychic power. It's said that its dance expresses its gratitude to the guardian deity Pokemon. This is a psychic flying Pokemon, and I like how Pokemon is actually pulling in different styles and different, I want to say ethnicities, but different cultures. That's the word I'm looking for. Different cultures into one Pokemon, which is something I don't think we've ever really seen before. The fact that we see stuff that's like Mexico or Hispania, Mexico or Hispania. Pom-Poms, I guess we could relate to America. Then we have the Pa-Oo, just like regular, like maybe California Valley Girl. I don't know. Then the Pa-Oo for, of course, the Alola region, Hawaii, and all that stuff. Because you can clearly see that it's it's a what's the word, hula dancer, and it's just really cool, and I just like how it just looks super laid back and stuff, and it's just gonna be interesting to see how each of these Pokemon, just play in general. And then the final one we have is the Sensu style, which I believe is based off a kimono dancer. It's a ghost flying type, which I believe the only other ghost flying type is Drifloon and Drifblim, if I'm not mistaken. Because those two automatically come to mind. The other ones, if there are, don't. If I got it right, then awesome. But the Sensu style is quiet and collected. By means of its dance, it gathers the spirits drifting about in the area and borrows their power to fight. People who migrated from Kanto feel a great liking for this Pokemon because its dance reminds them of their homeland. So, once again, relating to real-world stuff, Kanto is based off of Japan. It's based off of a sub-region of Japan. I can't remember which one. Well, probably Kanto. I honestly don't know, but it's really cool just to see the different styles and arts they put into just one Pokemon, like I've said before. And that is going to be it for today's episode, you guys. Hopefully we'll be able to talk more about the Alola region styled Pokemon that we've seen before, the different mechanics and different things that we have found out about the Alola region in general. Hopefully those videos will be coming soon rather than later. But I would like to thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you are new here, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, all that fun stuff. It would mean so much to me. I try and put out decent content for fun. And I hope that you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm going to get up out of here. My name is Sunbrother to you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.